Joining us now with more, Ben Shapiro, editor-in-chief of DailyWire.com. Ben, so today Daniel Henninger in the Wall Street Journal wrote, "It's hard for me to see why a round of brokering in Cleveland is not the most likely outcome." This is a smart guy. Why would that be? Why?
Well, the reason is because if you have at least 3 candidates in the race, all you need in order to get nominated is at least 8 states. This is according to the new rules that were implemented back in 2012. You need 8 states where you have a majority. You could easily have 3 candidates who each have 8 states and nobody with a majority. The problem is you just have too many candidates in this race and no consolidation, no winnowing after New Hampshire. If the field does not winnow down after South Carolina and you still have 3 or 4 viable candidates, there's a very good shot, actually, that nobody has a majority of the delegates going into the Republican convention.
So if that happens and the Republicans get to July, I think it's July 18th the convention starts, and they don't have a nominee, they still have 3 guys or more, I assume it would just be 3 at that point, but who knows? Who does it benefit? Let's say it's the current frontrunners. It's Trump, it's Cruz, and maybe Rubio. Who benefits?
Well, you assume that Rubio would benefit from this because there are so many people on the establishment side who like Rubio, and Rubio is sort of everybody's second shot. But the reason it's called a brokered convention is because all of these candidates will then have the ability to basically tell their delegates, don't give your vote to somebody else unless somebody gives me something. So the last time you had a truly brokered convention where somebody didn't win on the first ballot was 1948
so there's
in the
horse
Republican
trading.
Party.
So if it were Trump, Cruz, and Bush, or Trump, Cruz, and Rubio, there's horse trading going on. The first vote goes on, nobody gets a majority. Then they say, hey, look, I'm the most electable. That is a situation in which it helps if they like you.
It definitely helps if they like you. So this means that Ted Cruz has some real problems if we get to an open convention like this. In 1948, Earl Warren came from way behind to become the VP nominee, specifically because he just gave enough votes to Thomas Dewey in order for Dewey to get the nomination. You could see something similar happen. Let's say that Trump has the most delegates, but he doesn't have enough to get a majority. You could see somebody like Marco Rubio theoretically say to Trump, okay, well, I'll put you over the top if you put me second on the ticket. You could even see theoretically, if Rubio and Cruz had enough combined, one of them goes to the other, says, I'll throw my votes to you, you become the presidential nominee, and I take the VP slot.
Unbelievable. Well, we'll continue to watch it because it doesn't get until March 15th where it's winner take all. Right now, each of the states can give some of their delegates and some of their delegates, and then we get to a point where it's winner takes all, and then somebody presumably has a head of steam and gets it going. It's great to see you, Ben.
You too.